Superhero sequels are taking longer than ever to hit the big screen, and it's starting to wear on fans. But here's the shocking truth. The gap between superhero sequels has grown so wide that it's becoming harder to stay invested in these ongoing sagas. Thankfully, Superman, Man of Tomorrow is breaking the mold by arriving just 2 years after its predecessor, a refreshing change in an era of endless delays. James Gunn, ever the social media maestro, casually dropped the news that the next installment in the DCU's Superman saga is officially on its way, complete with the return of Lex Luthor in his iconic green and purple war suit. What's truly surprising, though, is the release date, July 9th, 2027, a mere 2 years after the first film. This stands in stark contrast to The Batman Part 2, which will take a full 5 years to follow up on its 2022 predecessor. And this is the part most people miss. The widening sequel gap isn't just about delays, it's a symptom of a larger issue in superhero filmmaking. But here's where it gets controversial. Is the so-called superhero fatigue really about audience burnout? Or is it a result of studios stretching their franchises too thin? Back in the early 2000s, franchises like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man and Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy delivered sequels every 2 to 3 years, keeping fans engaged and excited. Fast forward to today, and even the Marvel Cinematic Universe hasn't released multiple installments of any sub-franchise since the Infinity Saga concluded in 2019. The delays aren't entirely the studio's fault. COVID-19 and strikes have played a role, but the sheer volume of superhero movies without meaningful payoffs has left audiences feeling overwhelmed, yet underwhelmed. For example, Sony's Beyond the Spider-Verse has been pushed back to 2027, and Marvel's Spider-Man Brand New Day won't arrive until 2026, leaving fans hanging for years. Here's the bold question. Are studios trying to do too much at once? Marvel's success during the Infinity Saga came from focusing on core characters, while the DCEU's lack of focus and constant course corrections led to its downfall. Even Sony's attempt to build a universe around Spider-Man villains without Spider-Man, except for Venom, flopped. Superman Man of Tomorrow is a step in the right direction, capitalizing on the success of the first film while keeping the momentum alive. But will other franchises follow suit, or will they continue to overcomplicate their slates with dead-end projects? Think about it. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania set up a villain who was later discarded. The Flash threw in a bizarre last-minute cameo, and Joker Folie à Deux feels like an afterthought. Simplifying and focusing on strong storytelling could be the key to reviving superhero sequels. DC Studios' decision to fast-track Man of Tomorrow shows they're learning from past mistakes. Instead of leaving audiences hungry for more Superman, they're striking while the iron's hot. But what do you think? Is the 2-year gap between Superman films a game changer? Or is it too little too late? And are studios really to blame for the sequel fatigue? Or is it just the nature of the beast? Let's debate in the comments. I'm curious to hear your take.